Alright, so I have all of the bottoms here laid out from least to most coverage. And in terms of coverage, we're mainly talking about the backs of the swimsuits, but also definitely get a little more space in the front as we go along too. Coming in at the skimpiest are the twisted bottoms. This is the front. It has decent coverage in the front, but then you flip to the back and these are like borderline thong in the back. So very skimpy in the back of these. Second place, these are the shallow end bottoms. These are your little classic tie side swimsuits and pretty similar coverage in the front and the back. I would definitely say that these are still pretty skimpy. Then you have your solid like middle of the road swimsuit. This is probably going to be my favorite because I just like the nice high cut leg line, but as you can see, still have some coverage in the front, but the back is a nice medium coverage. But the back definitely has a little more coverage than, let's say, the last one. Then you have the shark bite bottoms. We're getting into more of the fuller coverage ones. This one I feel like has a nice amount of coverage without being totally shorts like the next ones. Lastly, we have these surfer bottoms. These are the most coverage by far. They're almost like a full short situation. You're definitely going to get a lot of coverage out of these and they're going to be high rise. And now we have the tops lined up from least to most coverage as well, and also kind of like a little more loungy and a little more sporty. The least coverage will be the castaway top. It's basically not much more coverage than a triangle swimsuit, except it does have a little connection in the middle. Second, we have the twisted top. This has a decent amount of coverage, but then it has this big cutout in the front, so you are going to get like some under boob situation, so it'll be a little less coverage. Then we have the making waves top. This one is going to be one of the most sporty options, I think. I can see this one definitely giving a lot of coverage and not falling out of it. And the most coverage will be the surfside top. This one is a high neck, full coverage in the front, and then in the back it has a little strappy detail, but this one's definitely going to be the most full coverage and should be pretty good for sportiness too. So they still have full front coverage. I feel like all of these swimsuits are definitely doing a good job of having enough coverage in this region. These are still mid to low rise. They're higher than the last ones. These ones also come up higher on the hips. I love what they're doing for the hips here. They sit a little bit higher, so these are like a nice high elongating leg line. True to size for these ones, if you're in between and worrying about this top part maybe cutting in to like the love handle area, I might size up. You can see I'm getting a little bit here, but I have sized up in their bottoms before and I just had a little bit too much fabric. So I'd rather it be a little snug here, but just a warning, if you're in between, I would definitely size up for these. You also have like an unnoticeable seam on the bottom of these ones, but the top does have a thicker seam. I feel like this part is fine, but it is a little more secure up here. And then the back of these, I feel like these have like the perfect amount of coverage. They're still definitely cheeky, like I'm showing a good amount of glute here, but I would actually give them like a medium coverage. They're definitely not full coverage. Like these are still cheeky bottoms, but you can tell they definitely have a lot more coverage than the last ones, and I feel like it's a nice balance from front to back. Like this just looks like a classic bikini bottom. You are gonna get it coming up your butt just like a little bit. I don't think it's crazy, and I don't think it's gonna like totally like, you know, come in, but you might have a little bit. In terms of secureness, I definitely still feel secure in these bottoms. I would say that these are like appropriate for like your sportier activities. I don't feel like I'm going to lose anything in these bottoms. So I'm a fan of these ones. They're probably gonna be my favorites. Alright, so here's the castaway top, and honestly I'm like barely fitting in this one. I still think I would wear it just because I don't care about like support too much for swimsuits. Depends on the occasion. If I'm like really swimming, might not be the one I pick. I do think this is more of like a lounge swim top. As you can see, just kind of like spaghetti straps, not a ton of coverage. If we had to rate the support, it would be a light support. But I am fully covered on the bottom. I was able to situate myself. For my bigger cup size girls, it's gonna be a decent amount of cleavage, potentially even like a tiny bit of spillage. I don't really feel like I'm being forced out because you can actually adjust this one in the back, so it still is like a little bit flexible with sizing, but I still also do get a little bit of side boob. I don't think this is crazy for a swimsuit top though. I don't have the triangle swimsuit they're coming out with, but I feel like this is gonna be more coverage than that one. Because this one does basically adjust in the back, this whole string system completely like slides around, so you actually can totally adjust this just like you can with a triangle type suit. So if you're unsure of sizing of this one or you want a little more coverage, I would definitely choose the size up. I probably could have done a medium with this one to get a little more coverage and then be able to adjust the back. Even in this color, you can still see the cup pads a little bit. I wish the cup pads were just a little bit bigger. You can kind of see them. I don't know if you can see them on the camera. This may be the type of swimsuit that I just remove the cup pads altogether. I still think this one works for me. I really like the style, but it's not gonna be super supportive, and if I'm really going crazy swimming around in this one, we might lose a girl. So not gonna be totally sport proof. All right, fresh out the tub in this one, and I'd say these actually are doing really well with the water, even better than the last ones. The kind of shiny material, you could kind of like see the separation of the two layers because everything is double lined. But in these ones, even if you like kind of separate the layers, it looks all like a uniform color. And this one, I even took out the cup pads to see if it's sheer, and it's still very opaque, and I am getting like the tiniest bit of nippage, but I'm also cold because I just got out of the tub. So I would say these pass the water test for sure. I'd say at least all of the ones in the new material totally pass the water test.
I also forgot to mention, you guys, that I did order everything in a size small because I just wanted to make sure that, like, I'm usually between an extra small and a small, but because of my boobs, I did want to size up, especially for the tops. However, this next one I love. Like, I love it, I love it, I love it. But I did get it a size small, like I said. But this like strap that goes the whole way around the back is too big. In saying that though, it's not like the worst thing in the world. I can just get it like tailored to be a little bit tighter, and then I'm ready to go. But I am glad that I got it in the small anyway, because I just want it to be like covering the girls, you know. If you are like on the smaller bust side, then get a size small. If you're like me, maybe get this one and then like get it tailored like I'm going to. But this color is seriously everything. It's like so thick, this fabric, like I can't even deal. And I just love how it's just like the contrast. So it's like the thin strap and then the thick strap. Super cute. And I actually like how there's like a little bit of underboob there as well. I'm fully into it. So yeah, I just really need to get that like fixed up because I actually really want to wear this. Like I was going to wear this like as like a top as well. I'm just like obsessed with bikini tops as tops, you know? I feel like just because it's like such good quality, it doesn't even feel like it's bikinis. Like I'm like sure. And then the bottoms, they aren't like, you could pull them up high, but it does show your belly button a little bit. But I feel like they are meant to be like kind of a little bit lower. So if you like that style, then that would work. I like, to be honest, I'll probably still wear them up high. I don't know actually. Yeah, I feel like you'd have to wear them lower. Like it's still cute. I just do prefer them up way higher. But yeah, if that's like your style, then these would be perfect. And then because they do sit that little bit lower, that's where they like kind of sit on the back of your hips, and then they do have like a little bit more coverage just around the sides as well. Right, so here are the shallow end bottoms, definitely the second skimpiest. I will say the yellow is not going to be the most forgiving in terms of like, I don't know, hiding stuff. We'll do a little water test on this one too, just because you never know with yellow colors. But in terms of front coverage, I would also say this is full front coverage. I'm not at risk of losing anything. These are also a low rise. It's not so low that you're like, oh, like, you know, we're gonna risk showing too much, but it's definitely couple inches below my belly button. You do have little ties at the side, so sizing is a little more flexible for this one. I'd say another mid rise on the leg. You can obviously pull it up a little higher if you want. Usually I do like mine to sit a little higher on my hips. And in terms of bottom coverage, I still would say that this is a low bottom coverage. It still kind of goes up my butt a little bit less than the first one. And with this kind of bottom, you do kind of get like a little extra fabric here as well. I don't really think that's sizing. I think that's just kind of the nature of this type of bottom. I would still say maximum cheekiness, minimal back coverage. And with this bottom, I don't feel as secure, just mostly in the back. I feel like things can move around a little bit. Yeah, I feel like it kind of goes up my butt a little bit and just wrinkles. This is not my favorite bottom. I've never been a fan of the like tie style bottoms. All right, welcome back to my bathroom where we're gonna do a quick little water test just of the two lightest ones. All right, here I am post tub. I really don't think that it's sheer. You can still see the cup pads, but you could before. I think it's pretty evenly like
you know, wet. I don't think it's sagging. I mean, these bottoms I didn't love to begin with anyway because they're just like kind of sitting weird back there, but I don't think it's sheer. So here's the Making Waves top. Definitely a sportier top. Someone wanted to see this next to the flame color from the Rebel launch, and this is definitely more of an orangey yellow. This is more of like a bright yellow, which I think is a little more appropriate for summer. So I feel like we have a lot of good things going on with this top. Full coverage, so this is definitely like a performance swimsuit, not just for show. Literally full side boob coverage, a scooped neck, but really no cleavage, no under boob, and actually decently supportive. So if you were running around in this, you're not gonna lose a girl and you are gonna be covered. It's not super enhancing for the girls. So if you have smaller girls, you're looking to enhance them, this really isn't gonna be the one to like push the girls up or anything. But if you have bigger cup sizes, this will give you full coverage. So these do have cup pads, so it's less of a risk of things being sheer. I feel like the cup pads are just a little small for my boobs personally. I feel like just because you can kind of see where it starts and ends instead of covering like my whole boob, you can just kind of see the cup pad a little more. So I wish they had put slightly bigger cup pads or maybe triangle shaped cup pads. I just feel like triangle shaped cup pads hide very well, but yeah, this is the cup pad and it's just like a little small for me. You can kind of tell. Still a decent quality cup pad, pretty thick. Not quite like wide enough for me. Pretty comfy too, and the back just kind of looks like a bandeau. So you're not gonna get like the most like beautiful tan lines with this type of swimsuit, but it is gonna be better for like your sportiness.
Next bikini is on. I'm just gonna show you the top first because I need to like adjust the camera when I show you guys the bottoms, but it's just this super cute top here. This is so different. I would honestly never usually choose stuff like this, but I really wanted to make this haul a little bit more versatile for you guys because a lot of my ones in the past have been just like on the skimpy side, and for this one I grabbed a bunch of different styles and fits and colors. So yeah, hopefully you guys can actually find something you really like. Sorry, Milo's like just chilling like literally behind me. Can you guys see that? As per usual. Oh my god, he's so cute, but I'm like, Bubs, I've got to film, you know? So it has this, again, it's that bamboo-y type ring there, super cute detailing, just has the clasp at the back again as well, and then it obviously just has like the one shoulder on the side, and I didn't think I would like this. Like, if I'm being honest, I was like, that kind of looks like something like, no offense to all your mums out there, but I was like, that looks like something like a mum would wear. Like, I don't know, do you get what I mean? Like, please don't hate me if I said that, but I don't know, that's just like what I thought. But yeah, I'm like so into it. Like, I think it's so flattering, and because there's like so much going on, it's just so cute. I really like it. And the quality of these as well, like you probably won't be able to see it because it's like black, but seriously, take my word for it, you guys, the quality of House of CB stuff is insane. Like, the best in the business. These are the bottoms here, so again they just have that little like bamboo detail there, and they are just so nice. So they obviously like they have like a different height as well, so this side's higher and comes down and then it's up again, but I really like it because there is so much going on. It just makes you feel a little bit more covered and you just feel a little bit like cuter. I don't know, like you feel like it's hiding everything and you just look really good. And then the back of this one as well, so it is like high-waisted. I'm going to try and like lift up because my bed's there. But it does have a little bit more coverage than the bikinis I usually wear. So in love with this little fit. And like the other one I had on before as well, you could also wear this just with like some denim shorts and a really nice belt, or like even like a little like black flowy skirt or something like that would look really cute. So yeah, you get like the two uses out of this one as well. Or you could even wear it with like jeans. I feel like that would look really nice as well. Or yeah, literally anything. Like black goes with everything. So yeah, if you're going on holidays anytime soon and you're going to be at like some beach clubs or like day parties, then this would be such a good purchase because you could just like dress it up, dress it down, and it is just so cute and comfortable. I actually love it so much. Okay,